The gentleman from California is recognized for 3 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I thank the gentleman for yielding. And I rise in strong support of the bill before us that will fund our troops through the end of the fiscal year, cut an additional $12 billion in federal spending, and prevent a government shutdown. Failure to pass this resolution would intentionally harm those who have made great sacrifices in defense of our ideals and our values. We simply cannot have our fighting forces on the front lines in Iraq, Afghanistan, and Libya wondering if their families at home will be provided for. It would be a grave injustice and a gross affront to the civil-military relationship. Their pay cannot, should not be disrupted, not for a week, not for a few days, not for a second. Our men and women in uniform deserve better. I don't even want to contemplate a government shutdown, but if it should happen, people need to know that the pay to our military would be suspended. This means we would have our troops on the front lines risking their lives with their families at home with bills to pay and mouths to feed, and they wouldn't get their paycheck. As Secretary Gates has said, many of our youngest sailors, soldiers, airmen, and Marines live from paycheck to paycheck. While wives and husbands are off fighting to keep this nation safe, we cannot have them left wondering what's happening to their families. I think that we're mature enough to fix this problem. But if we don't, failing to properly resource the Defense Department during the difficult trials of war could arrest the momentum that's been achieved through blood, sweat, and tears of our troops. The military is already overstretched, over-deployed, and overworked. Should this resolution fail, they'll also be underpaid. We have too much riding on these young men and women to sell them short. Let's work together to figure out this budget, but let's get this military pay issue off the table first. I encourage all members to send a clear message to our military men and women by supporting this critical troop funding appropriations bill. This Congress believes in you. We support you. We honor your dedication. I yield back.